Hi, I'm Anatoly. I trained as a doctor, but today I want to speak not from the clinic or from medical textbooks, just as the man who is in a senior league now. There are subjects men hardly ever bring up out loud, not because they don't matter, but because we are taught to keep them to ourselves, to man up, to handle them alone. The reality is that these concerns follow many of us throughout life. Our bodies change, our energy shifts, but inside we still feel like the same person we were in our 20s or 30s. There is nothing shameful about that. The shame would be pretending everything is fine and staying isolated with our worries. As we get older, small changes start to add up. You might feel a little less energy, a bit less in a spark, or find that your confidence in how your body will respond isn't what it used to be. Those changes aren't a disease, they are part of living. But that doesn't mean we should ignore them. I'll be honest. I've noticed these changes myself. Pretending everything works like it did at 30 doesn't help. What does help is learning how to support our bodies, circulation, and the things that make us feel capable and alive again. A common solution many men reach for is Viagra. It's often effective, especially earlier on, but over time the effect can change. At 60, the response may not be the same as it was at 45. There are reasons for that. Our hormones shift, testosterone gradually declines, and blood vessels lose some elasticity. Microcirculation in the pelvic area plays an important role in male vitality, and as circulation patterns change with age, our experience changes too. Fast acting medications can give a reliable boost in the moment, but they are also limited by timing, side effects, and the fact that life is often spontaneous. Sometimes the moment you want to be ready for happens without warning, and planning around the pill just isn't realistic. Side effects also become more common as we get older, and that's something to be mindful of. That's why I want to talk about another option I've personally explored, Prelox. I'm not presenting it as a miracle, and I am not pretending it's for everyone. But it works differently from quick acting drugs, where some medications act like switches you flip. Prelox is meant to be gradual support aimed at helping circulation and restoring a kind of natural readiness, what is important. For me, the experience hasn't been instantaneous. Instead, I felt a steady return of confidence and energy over time. The kind of feeling you remember from when you were younger but thought might be gone for good. I want to be clear. I'm speaking from my own experience and from conversations with other men who have tried similar approaches. Scientific information about the ingredients and how they are believed to work is readily available, and I leave a link in the first comment to a medical explanation if you want to dig into these studies. I'm not trying to dive into technical details in this video. I just want to share what I found helpful. For me, the cost also made the decision easier. At roughly €1.50 a day, less than many of us spend on coffee, the chance to feel more like myself again seemed well worth it. I often tell people you can't quite live two parallel lives, one with a simple daily support and one without. But you already know what life feels like without it. Why not give yourself a third chance to see what could come back? I'm not trying to convince anyone to take a particular pill or start a regimen. I'm sharing that worked for me because I know how isolating these questions can feel, and because small changes can make a big difference in day to day life. If you decide to explore options like these, talk with your doctor, especially if you have underlying health conditions or take other medications. That's just practical common sense. In future videos, I want to keep this conversation going about the things men experience as we age, about strategies that help slow decline, and about practical steps that improve quality of life for many years. Aging is inevitable, but we can influence how well we live through it. Give yourself a chance to feel like yourself again. Bye.